Alright, guys, so I've been gone for a few days because I was on a birthday vacation with my girlfriend. I have a life outside of YouTube, I'm sorry. But, having said that though, let's do a comic review, and today we're going to be talking about Batman 89. This is one of the comics that Chris, the Mount Vernon kid, Chris, thank you so much for these books. This was part of the haul he sent me. He said he's going to send me another haul before the... well, I'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, so, yeah. Now, if you guys remember, a while back, several months ago, I did a review of Superman 76, which was part of the Christopher Reeve universe of Superman. So this is the Burton, Michael Keaton Batman universe. So this is like the sequel. This was written by Sam Hamm, who was one of the screenwriters for Batman and Batman Returns. So yes, we are in the Michael Keaton universe, which I'm going to say right now, this series basically says the Schumacher era of Batman was its own continuity. It doesn't follow it isn't a sequel in its own continuity, which, alright, sure, okay. Because this movie, I keep saying movie because it is basically a screenwrite they wanted to do. And also, just fun fact, like the Superman hardcover, this one is basically the hardcover under the dust jacket is a videotape. I really think that's really clever that the hardcover for this and Superman 76 is a VHS tape. I think that's really clever on DC's part. So let's talk about this movie. I keep trying to say movie. Let's talk about this comic. Holy shit, get it right, Multi. But yeah, let's talk about this comic. So this story takes place after Batman Returns, and like I said, this kind of makes its own continuity because we get Michael Keaton, his own Robin, Selina returns, and we finally have Billy D. Williams as Two-Face in this continuity. Now, this comic is a 6-part series that follows Batman a year after Batman Returns, and Harvey Dent is trying to clean up Gotham, but unfortunately an accident happens and turns him into Two-Face. Which, yeah, the version how they make Two-Face into a thing is pretty weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, how they make Two-Face into a thing is like, I'm sorry, what? Because yes, he does get his face burned, but it's not in the way you think. This comic basically goes in a direction like you're not expecting. It's very much a, hey, we're doing this. And what is this? Basically, after Harvey gets his face burned, he meets a version of himself from an alternate timeline, and he basically says every flip of the coin alters the timeline, and now the two timelines are, like, in him. And you could make and I thought at first, Harvey's just being crazy, right? Like, he's just being weird. No, that's actually what happens. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. It's basic Tim Burton weirdness. And it's kind of weird, too, because the first half, like Two-Face, there's a good half and a bad half, because the first 3 issues really do some cool things. Like, it basically talks about, like, Batman's effect on Gotham, and not in a hand-wavy way, either. Like, Sam Hamm definitely had some things to say about this version of Batman and how violent he kind of is. And it talks about, like, Batman's effect, and also we get a version of the Sons of Gotham in here, who are like a basically, in other words, a white supremacist group masquerading as Batman, and Batman has no control over them. They're also terrorizing black neighborhoods, which in this universe, this Robin is known as Drake Winston, who, I'm not gonna be honest, I'd kind of be down if Drake Winston was in the main continuity. If they made like a main continuity Robin of Drake Winston in this universe, that'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. I also dig his costume. It's like Damian's costume mixed with Tim Drake's costume. I really do like it. But yeah, this also talks about like the effect Gotham has been having under this version of Batman and his effect on people. It also has Bruce Wayne contemplating, like, the monsters he's been, like, the monsters he's inadvertently mated with these Batman vigilantes, while also basically talking about, like, things like, is Batman doing the right thing for for people of other minorities? it does a lot of cool things, and it also talks about, like, you know, police brutality towards minorities. It talks about all of that. And then by the third issue, after the third issue, when Harvey Dent becomes Two-Face, yeah, it all falls apart because it really just shits the bed so hard because it throws all those interesting questions out the window. Also, I forgot to mention that this definitely sets itself apart from the Schumacher continuity because Barbara in here is not related to Alfred. She is Gordon's daughter, who they actually give a lot of agency to Commissioner Gordon in this continuity. He's not like some background character like he was in the movies. He's actually, Barbara is his daughter, and she is older. I will give that its own universe, its own continuity. She's older, and she's like I guess Sam Hamm liked the Nolan movies because she's dating Harvey Dent, and she's trying to be like the anchor for him during all of this, and they're about to get married. I'm like, I feel like I've heard this before, but yeah. And like I said, this comic really just falls apart halfway through, whereas the Superman 76 one is very much fun and really captures the feel of the Christopher Reeve movies. This one is like, it talks about some interesting ideas that Sam probably have, and then it goes into weird Tim Burton stuff, and also shoehorns in Catwoman halfway through, and yeah, Two-Face is like in there. Two-Face's plan makes no sense. Like, because he keeps, like, I guess, like, they want to go with the duality thing through halfway through, but, because his plan is always defined by a coin that's connected to multiple timelines. And again, like, I thought, oh, he's just being crazy. No, they basically say that's what it is. I'm like, what the fuck? So, yeah. Batman 89 is... it's a book. It definitely has its merits. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has its merits. But for the most part, it really does fall apart halfway through after being a very interesting story, an engaging story, those first 3 issues. The following 3 issues, after Harvey Dent becomes Two-Face, is a totally different story. So, yeah. It's just... yeah. If I was to pick one, I would have to go with Superman, which I really loved. But anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Batman 89? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. And once again, I'd like to thank my friend Chris, aka the Mount Vernon Kid. Chris, thank you so much for these and the other comics. But other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.